7 steps to chess, all you need to win a chess game. And the first thing we look at is king safety, developing our pieces so that we can castle early and often. Our king is now safe for the time being, so now we can focus on piece activity. So what we want to do is develop our pieces and have a look at these bishops. These bishops are nice and active on these diagonals, eyeing the king and all the squares around the king. So after we have developed our pieces to active places, we need to also look at danger levels, and danger levels is all about accounting. Okay, accounting for how many attackers there are on a piece and how many defenders there are. In this case, the queen and the pawn are not very good defenders, and also this bishop is attacked. So in this position, I brought the bishop back, and now we're defending this with a much better piece. And we can also save the bishop because we don't want to really get our structure damaged. So our opponent brings out his queen, and now we can start coordinating our pieces with tempo. Okay, so number 4, tempo over here, gaining time, and we're gaining time because he has to deal with this threat, right? And we're also coordinating our pieces very well. One of the advantages of having them on active squares, and we're also looking at some tactics here. So this is a pinned piece, and this is obviously an attack, and we're also going to be looking at this weak pawn in the future. So after our queen moves, we can now play this bishop takes. Better here would be to take with the knight, because we're then going to be still applying that pressure, keeping the tempo. The downside to taking with the bishop is that now he has this sort of idea, and this is why king safety is number 1, and you've always, every single turn, got to be looking at king safety. Is my king safe every single turn? And right now our king is very much not safe, and we can't push this pawn because that would lose the rook. So the best thing to do here is to bring back our piece. We could also bring back our knight here, defending and attacking, which is definitely slightly better, but I bring back the bishop. And if you look at my time over here, I've got 2 minutes 8 seconds. I do spend a big chunk of my time on this move because I wasn't too sure what the best way was. But number 4, time. In the heart of our strategy, we have to keep an eye on the clock, make sure we do not lose on time. And now what we're going to do after he takes, we now open up our rook, which is getting our rook activated. And now we want to start applying more pressure, and after he moves his queen, this is now a weak pawn. Remember when I said we're looking at that pawn after he traded these bishops? Now this is a very weak pawn, and now we've got forking ideas, but we don't want to take just yet because he does have this. Got to look for weaknesses in our own position, and that would hit our queen and our rook. So let's trade off that knight, and now we have this fork, and we can take that rook. Now after we've looked at these tactics such as forks and pins, we've got our pieces all active. We've always now got to keep an eye on the checkmate net. How are we going to checkmate our opponent? So the net in this case is that the king is on the back rank. Okay, so we want to now start applying pressure to that back rank. And what we can do is I brought my knight here. Maybe not the best move. I try and trade queens because I am down on time and I'm up on material. So if I'm down on time and up on material, let's trade pieces and move quickly is the idea. Here I kind of blundered the rook here, but I do want to move as quickly as possible, and like I said, trading material is not too bad because we're still up the knight. A better move here would be to bring a rook to this open file and attack the queen, and attack, more importantly, that back rank. But nonetheless, we do this. Now we are coordinating our pieces and threatening that mate. He protects the mate, but this allows us to attack his piece, and he defends not very well because now we have this discovered attack, winning the rook. So after takes, he's still surviving, but it's plus 10 in this position, and we're up the rook and we're up the pawn, so it's going to be winning for us. Instead, my opponent blunders mate and won, but that's why we're applying the pressure, right? If we're not applying the pressure and pre-planning our checkmate net, this is going to be harder for them to blunder it. But I hope you enjoyed that. I always recommend these 7 steps in your games. I'll be producing more videos hopefully in the future showing you this, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I hope this helps you win more games at chess.